ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the dungeon. Once again, we've got another game of the week for the Midnight End Zone League. This time, it's a Super Bowl rematch. Super Bowl from season 15. You've got Jay, the defending Super Bowl champion, going up against Scamming for the Commanders here. So Titans and Commanders rematch. There were some allegations that the game was not competitive enough. The game was thrown during the Super Bowl, but this time we're not at a neutral site. We are here in Nashville, Tennessee, and we will be watching this game live and in action. So we're going to get things kicked off and move us over to the game. But the minute we did that, we caught a little lag, so we do apologize for the slow start, if you will. We're gonna pray that what's the word I'm looking for? We're gonna pray that the winds prevail, if that makes sense. And if you know, you know. If not, Lowry just randomly out of nowhere got to the 33-yard line. So time to talk a little bit of Commander football. And if things sound low, let me know. I'm definitely gonna turn this up here. Let me get back to what I was trying to get to. Jaden Daniels is out for this game. So if you guys were aware and saw earlier with the suspension situation, he was out for 2 games with a suspension. The game he came back for suspension, he got hurt. As Javonte McManus will carry the load and the burden for these 10-2 Commanders. Both these guys are currently their respective 1 seeds in their conferences, with the Titans being 11-1, trying to hold on to the AFC South lead before the important Week 16 and Week 18 matchups with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Scamming has already beat the 2 seed Seahawks. He did that on Game of the Week when Jaden Daniels got hurt last time. And McManus will pick up our first down in the game.
First down.
So looking at the situation on the Commanders end, they actually lost to the Saints last week due to a forced loss. I believe they had some scheduling issues out in Washington. So Sin was granted the win. That would move the Saints up to 9-3, and they're currently holding on to the 3 seed with a W over the 1 seed. Seahawks are still 10-2. They're still holding that 2 seed down. And there is a double fake, and Emeka Egbuka will lose 3 yards. Mr. Gray in on the tackle. Hova coming through, man. What's good, bro? Good to see you. Hopefully you had a great Wednesday. We already at hump day, man. Halfway through the work week. Make sure y'all take care of what you're supposed to take care of and take care of yourself more often than not. Justin Herbert is the quarterback, and we are experiencing some connection issues between the guys here, as Herbert will step up and pick up 4. Again, if you are not aware, Jaden Daniels is injured once again. The game he came back from suspension, I think it was week 9 or 10 we did that game. I can't remember right now. Let me not lie to y'all. It was week 11, actually. We did the week 11 game. And he got hurt, abdominal tear. And there is a sack on Justin Herbert, Miles Murphy, and now Justin Herbert is hurt. The quarterback luck is just not in favor of the Commanders. We might be seeing Deshaun Watson once again. The Titans will finally start the game with the ball now. After 2 minutes have came off the clock, Justin Herbert did just go down holding his shoulder. Very, very crazy to think. He might just have to go and stick with Deshaun Watson. I don't know why I want to call him Deshaun Johnson. I think I'm thinking about Deshaun Jackson. That's terrible. But Deshaun Watson might be the guy who can save their season. We'll have to see what happens as Gibbs picks up 16 and gets a first.
First down.
And luckily for Mr. Herbert, it is only a shoulder strain. And again, to clarify, because I know we have the 82 overall rule in the league, Justin Herbert is allowed to be signed by the Commanders, as He does not have a quarterback over 80 overall on the active roster due to the injury to Jaden Daniels. So before y'all go trying to snitch on this man, oh, he shouldn't have Justin Herbert. They already handled this in chat. It's allowed because he's going to sign him for a few weeks only. And what a throw to Okonkwo. And that's going to be a first down. We're going to try to get that on replay, and hopefully it's saved. Let's see what happens here. Gonna go with the PA slide, set his feet. Okonkwo 1-on-1. Gets the dub there. Good move by Jay. First and 10 from the Commanders' 43-yard line. Everybody is just on top of the box. No safeties high, and Troy Anderson ran through Gibbs and almost ran through Levis. But that's going to be an incomplete pass. Nate Wiggins will be given the breakup as he was the closest defender to the ball. So in looking at Jay's season currently, he only has the one loss. And that loss came in week 1 to Rusty. He lost by 3, currently on an 11-game winning streak with 1 forced win in his favor. And there is Mr. Dickens picking up a first down, his first catch of the day. And we talked about him a lot during that Super Bowl. Kendall Dickens has 48 catches on the season now, just went over 760 yards. Balanced touchdown passing and scoring, rather, from the Titans. Dickens and Gibbs both have 10. Okonkwo has 11. No other receiver on the Titans has more than 2. So Gibbs has accounted for 21 of the touchdowns for the Titans. Looking like he's trying to go break LaDainian Tomlinson's record. Some interesting stuff there, no matter how you look at it. And again, this is a Super Bowl rematch from last season. Scammon lost his 3rd straight Super Bowl. I know he doesn't like to hear it. I know he hates it, but we got to talk about the truth. Lost that game 34-26 after getting out of the divisional round and conference round against DJS and AWOL. And he's going to slide down here with Will Levis, and that will allow him to pick up another first down, but this time he's in the red zone. And, you know, Scammon's not having a bad season either. Again, you know, we talked about the fact that he has that one unlucky sim loss to the Saints last week. And then the only other loss he had came against the Lions by 5. Otherwise, the NFC has really been Scammon's top 5 running team, defensively 6th best passing. And you see this pass defense is going to work out in his favor as Troy Anderson gets the pick. The user lurk, we just talked about that top 6 ranked passing defense going against the 12th passing offense. Troy Anderson gonna be great and get in front of Dickens to pick this one off. Not a happy camper if you are Jay. You don't want to throw picks with your quarterback. That is number 10 on the season. Justin Herbert flanked by Javonte McManus. Play action. And the pass goes to DJ Rudnick, and we caught some lag and barely saw the play. Hit him with a stop route, and that moves it to 2nd and 10. So breaking news for Ja Morant, at least. He will not be pursued any further in the Sioux due to the judge saying it was self-defense. He can throw the grenades all he wants, and there's a pick for Jay. Wow, talk about pass defense. The Titans have the 17th ranked pass defense, and they get their first pick of the day. Cedric Gray, been a big factor in this game so far on tackles and more, getting right in front of Luke McCaffrey and playing takeaway. Give me your cookies.
Like 13.
Levis right near the red zone once again, going to get into the red zone on the short throw to Okonkwo. He's got 26 yards after that big 21-yard corner route catch earlier on the first possession. And again, for you guys coming in and going to wonder why you see Justin Herbert throwing the ball for the Commanders, just the Commanders. Jaden Daniels is hurt. So unfortunate, it sucks, all of that. But You got to make do, and then Herbert's already thrown a pick there, so not the best start if you are scamming. And there's a fumble by Levis. Wow, this game is just turnover marked to start everything. Kakashi called him out and said, yo, be competitive. And competitive must mean turnovers. Rusty, good to see you. Hopefully all is well. So, yeah, right now, almost another turnover on the sack right there by Jalen Carter. Levis just said, yo, get your big butt off me, man. I'm not about to deal with that. And he literally just dropped, you know what? He dropped the soap. Good analogies, good analogies. Levis with some time, only a 4-man rush, throws it right at Gibbs, and he will collect this catch. It's 4th and 9. You know, now that I think about it, I definitely didn't run predictions. You know, it's too late into the game, even though it's only potentially going to be a lag once again. We got to get scamming some better internet. This could be the reason he's losing 3 bowls in a row. This could be why right here. Nonetheless, the Titans do take the first points and put them on the board in this game. 3-0 after 2 turnovers, 1 by each team, as Mr. Mike Lowry, gets to the 31-yard line. Yeah, horrendous is a really good word to use because that's exactly how this has started off. Both guys have already thrown picks. Will Levis almost, you know, like I said, dropped soap. Just an overall insane game so far. And this is only the first quarter still. Handoff is to McManus, runs right at the defender, gets dropped for a loss of 1. There's something about running on first down and losing a yard that everybody likes to do. It happened all of yesterday. It's happening now. Just, yeah, man, just have. Herbert with time, only a 3-man rush, and Luke McCaffrey wide open. He'll pick up 8 on the play. Forgot he lost a yard there. 40 seconds to go in this first quarter. It's definitely been underwhelming to say the least. These guys are very elite users in terms of how they play the game of football. They both have 10 wins in this season alone. They're both their respective 1 seeds. If I'm you guys who are, you know, thinking I'm better than the 1 seeds and can beat these guys, I would love to see you prove it. And there's a sack on Herbert. Tennessee picks up their 2nd of the game. This is going to result in a punt for the Commanders, but that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 in favor of the Titans. Second quarter begins with a punt, and the Titans getting the ball back for their 3rd possession. Wharton will try to pick things up, and he will get popped for his efforts. A 29-yard line start for Jay and his Tennessee Titans. And, you know, we think about the Titans, we think about the fact that they got Jahmyr Gibbs for essentially free last season. This man has 7 rushes over 20 yards. Again, we talked about how he has 21 total touchdowns between rushing and receiving. 11 of those come from on the ground. And he's got the drag route open to Dickens, who will make the catch. It's only a 2-yard pickup. Gibbs with 1,021 yards on the ground, 28 broken tackles, and only 1 fumble on the entire season. But in the receiving game, he's got 56 catches, 3 drops, 561 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Dual threat weapon is some greatness. And hopefully, you know, people in the NFC, y'all got to figure out how to contain that. AFC too, rather, you know. But if there's a clear AFC favorite right now, it's got to be the champions. I'm very intrigued, and I hope we can get the Week 16 matchup. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the advances line up. But I think Titans versus Jaguars is, without a doubt, a game we all want to watch together. Commentary or not, we got to see that one. That's where the money at. You know, they got to get that one together. Levis will hand this off to Krosky Merritt. He will pick up the first down. We are still at the Titans' 39-yard line. And Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt was a rookie draft pick by Jay during this past draft. He's a hidden dev, 5th round pick out of Arizona with 94 speed. So speed to complement the Tennessee backfield. And there is the screenplay. Jamin Davis read it but can't get there. Connor will stop the bleeding. It's a 5-yard pickup for Mr. Gibbs. Now, seeing that you're here, right, let's think about y'all game last week. I know y'all were mentioning trying to get on Game of the Week, or that the Game of the Week games last week were bad. They actually turned out to be bangers. Why didn't y'all play last week is the question that comes to my mind. How did that game end up being a forced win for you? And I'm only asking to make sure we clear any narratives or ducking allegations, because y'all know people love to throw allegations out there with the swiftiness. And while we wait on that answer, we move to 3rd and 4, under 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. This game is lagging behind the games from yesterday. No crazy offenses just yet. And he's going to try to chuck one deep. It does not work. Mr. Connor says, I will catch the ball for you. You get a stinky. Crazy enough, we've had multiple turnovers in this game already. I did not expect we would be at this point in the middle of the second quarter. I guess I should stop coming into games with expectations. That is something, right? Nothing like yesterday at all. Yesterday was jam-packed, both teams scoring and going crazy. Both teams scoring 20 plus as Luke McCaffrey gets outside and will pick up, it looks like 17 yards. Still mad looking back. Yeah, I mean, y'all's situation was more of just a bad timeout. You can really say bad clock management in a sense, right? The double drag is there, and somehow Luke McCaffrey is going to be the guy that has to figure it out for these Commanders. Every time I've called a Commanders game, I've let y'all know Luke McCaffrey is the guy to watch out for. For some reason, the guy just knows how to ball. It doesn't matter what you're talking about, what's going on. Like, that man got it figured out. And it's absolutely insane to think about. Herbert, play action fake. He's going to go over the middle of the field, and Mecca Igbuka is wide open.
First down.
Now, Doc, you say that, but this game has been very boring so far. We've seen 3 turnovers and a fumble that was recovered. I guess we didn't do the prediction from yesterday. If you still have the 2 next to your name, we should fix that, right? Yeah, we'll get that out the way. But yeah, so far this game has been an absolute snoozer, as Hiroshima says. It's really been I don't know if you want to call it a chess match, but we've seen picks in the red zone. We've seen a pick right after the red zone pick. The Commanders have 2 picks, and the Titans have 1. So it's been really interesting to get this game started so far. Play action going on the slide here, and he throws to McManus and will pick up 7. Yeah, so far for the game, it hasn't looked too insane, if you will. It has not looked anything like the games from yesterday. So if you like defensive football, you're loving this game. If you like a lot of offense, a lot of movement, and there's a touchdown for Igbuka. We talk about scoring and then it happens. The more we complain, the more things change. It's kind of weird when you think about it. It's actually very insane. So Scamming gets the first touchdown on the board here. And now it's up to Jay to combat it. Gibbs has looked amazing so far. Dickens has been a hot target, as well as Okonkwo. We got to wonder, will Deshaun Pollard make a name for himself. Will we see Luke Lachey even get involved some here for the Titans offense? And speaking about this offense, once again, you know, 12th best passing, 3rd best rushing. They're still the 3rd best offense and the best scoring offense in all of the league right now. I'm back from hiatus and ready to be mediocre. So you would like to be like this game is right now. Understood. And a very good cutback to pick up 7 there. That's what he's averaging. Breaking news for the Commanders. Right guard Sam Cosmi will be out for the remainder of this game with bruised ribs. Not going to take the chance. They're going to save their right guard for the playoffs. Smart call there by the medical team on the Commanders sideline. AFC is stacked. I mean, look, the Jaguars is literally 11-1. Somebody has got to find a way to stop that man. And Levis is going to go down and get sacked. Lost 3 there, I believe. Just need to win out. You need Steelers to lose. Yeah, I mean, the games yesterday were both playoff defining in a sense, if you will, especially considering that the Jaguars improved their lead on the Colts. And as it currently stands, the Steelers are the 7th seed and have the tiebreaker at the moment over the Chiefs, as they are 7-5, whereas the Chiefs are 7-6. I'm going to look at the schedule right now to see, did they play each other? They did not. So it will definitely come down to AFC wins and thinking about things on that side. The good news for the Chiefs is the Steelers plays the Jaguars this week. And then next week they play Doc. Doc, you might want to, you know, help your mans there. And then on the NFC side of things, you are actually the 8th seed looking at Neon. And there is Deshaun Pollard. We spoke him up, and he will get the first down. But yeah, AWOL for you, you are the 8th seed by Neon. Kakashi is ahead of you somehow, some way. I don't make the rules. I just play by them. So don't yell at me. Yell at the website. Gracias. 1st and 10, handoff to Gibbs. Jukes for no reason, and Troy Anderson will not allow him to pass. So 2nd and 8 here. We've still got all 3 timeouts as we near this 2-minute warning. I mean, Kakashi is 7-5. You both are 2 games behind DJS for the 6th seed, and then Diz as well. And the screen is thrown late. And that will bring us to 3rd and 8. And I'm over here sad Jeremy Pena just flew out to right. I need the ball to land and to hit a hit. So we can continue our hit streak in the chat. We're trying, man. We're trying. You play him in 2 weeks, so you're chilling. Oh, you play Kakashi this season. Oh, Lord. Woo. God bless everybody. It sounded like week 16 is going to be very interesting. There's a blitz, and Jamin Davis is jamming instead of Jamin as he forces the incompletion. It is now 4th and 8. A punt on the way from the Titans. The Commanders looking to extend their lead, and the Titans do get the ball back at halftime. For those of you who are just tuning in and want to know what's going on. You played DJS last week? Okay, so these last couple of weeks of the season are picking up some steam, it sounds like. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of the end of the season games are going to play out very well and matter a lot. DJS is currently 9-3. He is tied with Sin atop the NFC South. But Sin, I believe, has the tiebreaker due to W's over DJS at the moment. So that's going to be interesting. The NFC North is a 2-man race. It's Kakashi and the Packers. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less, as Herbert steps up, and Ben Sinnott will pick up a first down for those Commanders. No timeouts called still by either party. Justin Herbert playing emergency quarterback for the Commanders, trying to get a W and push them to 11-2 on the season. And that post route opens late. He still throws a dot to DJ Rudnick, and Mr. Rudnick makes him pay. It's a tutty. Second touchdown Herbert stood right in the pocket, tall and fearless, and put a dot on the map. And that's going to make this a 14-3 game. The Titans, the defending Super Bowl champions, are on the ropes here in the first half. All 14 Commanders points have come in this second quarter. And again, he's doing this with an emergency QB. This is not his starting quarterback. Jaden Daniels, abdominal tear. I believe he's out for another week. Looking forward while we can, though. These Titans, who now have the ball back, upcoming schedule is tough. You know, I'm gonna say that it's tough, right? So you have this game here, then you have Hiroshima next week in week 15. Week 16 and 18, you have the Jaguars. Week 17, you have the Colts. So you still have 3 AFC South games left. You know, AWOL, I spoke about that a little bit earlier because it doesn't break the rules. The fact of the matter is, Jaden Daniels technically is not a part of the active roster due to being hurt. So it's legal. You know, it sucks. It may be something that, you know, pisses you off, but by the rules, it's allowed. We got to go off the rules. And Levis is sacked again. He's just sitting in 4 and getting things done. You got to respect it. Yeah, I mean, I would agree that it's unfortunate, but by rule standards, if the quarterback is not on the active roster, Jaden Daniels is a 98 overall, he's out. You know, you're not going to play the 74 overall quarterback. And, you know, it's nobody's fault that you guys just recently did a draft where dudes drafted their previous QBs. You know, Shedeur Sanders, your Cam Ward, who we saw yesterday. And then there's the fact that, you know, the Falcons have Bo Nix and still pick Shedeur. He is having a 1-11 season, I believe, I think. Yeah, 1-12, excuse me. I'm completely wrong. I'm so sorry. So yeah, he picked Shedeur for kicks and giggles, not to win, so there's that. And here's Levis on 3rd and 3, trying to get down the field. Okonkwo will pick up the first down, but Tennessee has no timeouts. It's going to be the end of the first half. They're down 11. The Titans did not score a touchdown in the first half at all. Looking at AWOL's schedule as he's bringing it up here, he has 1 AFC game left, which is this week versus the Browns. Tough game if you ask me. And then he ends his season with 4 straight NFC opponents going back and forth. He's going to head to Detroit in week 15, face Kakashi in week 16. Week 17, he plays these Commanders for the 2nd time. And then he plays the Cardinals in week 18. Yeah, whoo. AWOL, you got a little road there, buddy. I'm praying for you. Because as it stands, the Cardinals are 9-3. And they will be playing the Lions if the season ended today. Interesting to find out there, man. Will Levis getting the ball back here. He's going to step up and run away from Jazair Newton and pick up a massive first down. The legs of Levis getting it done. And, you know, it's interesting because Levis is not known for his ground game, but that run puts him over 100 yards for the season. Knowing me, I'll go 5-0 and then lose in the wild card to something random. Yeah, that sounds like you. And Gibbs gets popped for his troubles, but he also picked up 5 yards. 8 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. I think what I see needs to change is he genuinely has to be a better passer than he is a runner right now. Scammon knows you can run the ball. He knows you're elite at that. You've got to find a way to dice him up with this pass game and get through this defense and continue to go down the field. All this east and west you doing right now, yeah, it'll get you where you got to go, but it ain't going to get you to where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? So if you caught that, great. If you didn't, you know, open your ears. Like right now, he's using Jamin Davis and going to sit in the stopgap to prevent this run from going any more than 3 yards. He has properly predicted how these run lanes are going to open up, whether he uses Davis or Troy Anderson. It does not matter. He has a pick with Troy Anderson from stopping those run gaps and playing the middle of the field and getting that pick in the seam in the beginning of the first quarter. If anything, man, you've got to find a way somehow to be a better passer to win this game. That's the key. Take advantage of the fact, even if he's got the 6th best pass defense, I don't care. And there's a blitz that should be a pick for free. Jamin Davis comes in free off of the zone schemed blitz. Some good work there by Johnny Newton. Third and 8. Underneath he goes to Okonkwo, and he's got it. Like I said, the East and West is not going to work. This is not the NBA. Like, you've got to start going north and south, man. That's the only way you're going to beat scamming. I think the critical key, the remainder of this game is, even though he went verticals, he still is throwing short. He has got to find a way to get these routes to develop and get behind this middle of the field defense by scamming. AWOL, I couldn't agree more. And that's exactly why I'm saying, I've seen you pass on this defense and demolish them. I've seen it, so I know it can happen. Is it okay to speak about the Colts right now? Am I gonna get cussed out again? I just want to make sure, as McManus is going to lose 2 yards. So the Titans are at least playing some solid defense on first downs and forcing these Commanders into bad situations. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, losses happen. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, man. All you can do is learn from it. Herbert, 4-man pressure. Ben Sinnott is going to pick up the first down, and that's about 13-yard gains, excuse me, what the world? Titans got to come to Chiefs class. I am so weak. Yeah, on paper, you know, like, y'all, you had a phenomenal game. There's no doubt about that. Just that minor mistake at the end there as he gets swallowed up by Mr. Sweat there, Tavondre Sweat. Another loss of 3 on the first down run. So conversely, Scammon needs to stop running the ball on first down if he wants to continue having a dynamic offense. You know what I'm saying? So I think running the ball on first downs does not need to be a key for you. And what a corner blitz and a way to find McManus as he gets popped and dropped. So 3rd and 6 on the way now. Again, the Commanders have a commanding 11-point lead here. They've got all the touchdowns. I think Scammon's offense is really doing just fine, minus the first down runs here and there. But right as it stands, and he's going to press. Dontavian Wicks is one-on-one. It looks like it's cover 4. Middle's wide open, and Wicks is the recipient.
First down.
We spoke that man's name up immediately, and Dontavian Wicks will pick up his 7th catch on the season. He's only got 190 yards. It's probably be near 200 after that one. Haven't had his number called much. He's probably going to want out of Washington at some point. First and 10. We're inside the red zone again. Been quite a while since we've been here. And there is the handoff to McManus. And again, like I said, these first downs on the runs, like, they know each other's games too well. You've got to start switching it up a little bit and just doing the opposite of what you normally would. I mean, yeah, you got to be comfortable and do what works for you. But when you playing somebody you've played too much over the last couple of years, man, like, you really got to just mix it up a little bit. Herbert with a man in motion was McManus. He's going to escape to the outside. Nobody there to guard him and allow him to not get that first down. He's got to protect the ball and protect this interim quarterback. Again, this is an emergency quarterback situation for Justin Herbert. If he goes down, you still got to play with Deshaun Watson. Had to bail for a minute. I had asked you, why did you get a force win? Number one, let's start there. Why did you get the force win? Was scamming schedule just tragic or something? Number two, the Commanders just dotted and plotted. Really. DJ Rudnick had like a 67-yard touchdown or 63-yard touchdown pass from a post route. Both his TDs came in the second quarter. So there's that. Handoff is to McManus and gonna get to the one. On Fortnite for scamming, trying to extend the lead like Goku's power pole. If you know, you know. And if you don't know nothing about Dragon Ball Z, we cannot be friends. We cannot be associates. I'm judging you. You can't see me staring through the camera right now, but I am judging you. Hands it off to Luke. The beats are in, and we ain't talking about headphones. 21-3, the Titans have not scored a touchdown since their last game. This is unheard of. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's funny, Kakashi tells them, you know, have a competitive game, and the Titans just look a mess right now. They don't have a consistent passing offense, and that is the key flaw that you all are seeing right now. I'm not saying y'all gonna watch this as film study. I'm not gonna say you're gonna watch the YouTube games with film study, and I'm gonna cheap plug the YouTube right quick. The last two games from last night are up on the channel, youtube.com/nightscreamtv, exclamation YouTube in the chat if you want a direct link. Like and subscribe, please, and thank you. He's got a man open over the middle, Deshaun Pollard. And he fumbled the ball? Oh, nah, that's got to be coming back, right? I looked away when he caught the ball to see how many catches he had on the season and talk about his statistics. And the minute I did that, he drops the ball. It is a confirmed turnover. The second fumble by the Titans. This one is all turnover, though. Wow, and to the outside we go. Luke McCaffrey is this game's MVP. As it currently stands, 57 yards, 5 catches, and all 5 catches have mattered a lot. Oh yeah, I do remember the drunk game. I think it was the playoff game. That was hilarious. Scamming, looking to become the third team. Oh my God, look at the sack. Herbert gets away from it, escapes like he's Eli Manning in Super Bowl 47. But there's intentional grounding on Mr. Herbert. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. We got to break the glass. You hate that man so much he can die. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. So Sin, you know, we also talked about that a little bit. With all fairness, he is not breaking a rule. His 98 overall quarterback is not currently on his active roster. Blame the users for drafting quarterbacks and getting rid of a 92 overall one. It's really the users of the league fault that Herbert is free. He was in free agency. The only quarterback on his roster was a 74 overall. Truthfully, like I genuinely blame the users. Right, but he had to sign a quarterback, period. Justin Herbert's a free agent. That's the fault of the users. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing Scamming did wrong. It's just, you know, I'm not blaming Miami Kid. He wasn't the Chargers at that point. But dudes want to draft QBs and not use the QBs that are in the game because of some stupid flaw that they think, oh, his throwing style's so bad. Shoot, Scamming doing just fine. I don't know what the issue with Herbert was. Maybe it was just the contract was horrible. I don't know, but I fully blame that, you know, the dudes who had him just didn't use the money right. I guess that's the best way I can say it. And, you know, Madden does still have bad money logic with overalls and contracts. they do need to find a better, more consistent way to not have these dudes, you know, oh man, pick up what's what I'm looking for here? I feel like, and Doc, you know, that's a good point there, right? Like suspension, the player technically comes right off the active roster. I get it. Now, if the rules get adjusted next Madden for this reason and he's forced to use a worse quarterback, great. But, you know, that's also on the integrity of the users to manage their team better. Whoever was having the charges at that time did not manage their contract well, ended up allowing a trade of a quarterback, and that quarterback is just being free is insane. But as we saw during the draft, when Face came into the Jaguars, he picked up Cam Ward. He didn't let go of Trevor Lawrence, but you know, I think it's a tricky situation, and it's unfortunate that Scamming's got to deal with it. But it's also the reality of the situation that if Herbert wasn't on the market, he would still pick up the best quarterback available. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I'm looking at it. Only because if this is gonna be a very bad analogy. If Colin Kaepernick was the best free agent quarterback available and you really cared about winning, you probably would sign him. But as you see, dudes completely ignored that, and they have been losing for years because of it. It just is what it is. I hate to use Colin Kaepernick as an example right there, but it works. I mean, hey, you know, I don't know how rule suggestions go. I don't want to say it favors him. But yeah, there's just, and Levis has nothing but room to run in it to win it, and he picks up a first down. You like this game? Yeah, this game is definitely better than the bowl has been. It started off real ugly though, Kakashi. I am gonna tell you that. It started off really slow. It was 3-0 in the first quarter. Like dudes were snoring. Why is the gong out of stock? There's no way he just completed that pass. Oh my Lord. First down on Conquo. I think we have the gong set to only one use, maybe? Let me see.
Like 13.
Just on a global cooldown, it shouldn't have no more than that. I don't know. And Deshaun Pollard, again, he fumbled earlier when I tried to say something about him, right? This man was elite last year. Like, elite last year. And now this season, he's just not really a factor. A 93 overall receiver from the 7th round, and he's just not a factor at all right now. It blows my mind. And Levis will not lose a yard, but he won't be sacked either. But when you just look at the statistics, last season, this man had 84 catches for 1,200 yards. He's not even on pace to hit 1,000 this season. That's alarming. You go from 84 catches, 1,250 yards, 12 TDs in your second season to just 20 catches, 312 yards. I don't know what Jay game plan is come playoffs, man, but Deshaun Pollard got to find his way back into the offense. That is going to be the key for the Titans the rest of the way here. It's unprecedented that we see he doesn't score a touchdown in a game or look effective on offense, and that has been the case here. He threw that pick in the first quarter and has been downhill since. Gibbs is going to go out in motion all the way outside the numbers. 4-man rush only. Middle of the field. Okonkwo, there's the tutty.
We are the Titans. We are the Titans.
Now, I won't say unintimidating because the game against the Texans, his offense was clicking and all over the place. I think this game, Scamming just was a better matchup for him this year. compared to how they played in the Super Bowl. I won't knock it, especially considering his only other loss came against Rusty in week 1 by 3 points, a field goal. I won't say it's unintimidating, but I think we need to wait until week 16 when we get Jaguars versus Titans. I think that is going to tell the story for the Titans all the way through. Because now, if this holds up, the Titans will fall to 11-2. The Jaguars will then hold the keys to the kingdom that is the AFC South and the AFC overall. If they win versus the Steelers this week, they jump to the 1 seed immediately. Straight like that. Every game matters, and week 16 and week 18 is going to be some really interesting timing for all of you guys, not just these two. And the handoff to McManus, not going to go crazy far after the holding call on, I think that was Taylor Lewan. I'm not even sure what lineman it was. I could be completely lying to y'all, and I would not like to do that. So let me see without being a truth teller. It was Jack Conklin. I knew it was a former Titan, my bad. I just knew it was somebody that used to play here. Jazz going from number 2 draft pick to number 1 seed is crazy work. I mean, truth be told, again, we talked about the schedule for Jay going into the end of the season after this game. He plays Hiroshima next week, and then he has 3 straight AFC South matchups. He plays at home. He plays here in Nissan versus the Chiefs. He plays at Jacksonville, at Indianapolis, and then comes back for week 18 to host the Jags. So the next 4 weeks are definitely going to be interesting for the Titans. Yeah, the top of the AFC is going to be something, man. Now, the Titans call timeout here, as they are going to use the 2-minute warning as their 3rd timeout as it stands. He needs to score twice to take the lead. And, you know, Kakashi said it right in the chat. The bold Titans was just destroying him, then he let his foot off the gas, and I didn't like that. Like, hey, here we are. Four-man rush at Levis right now. Gonna chuck this one to Okonkwo. Tipped up. Nate Wiggins can't catch it. And oh my goodness. There's no way. Trey Palmer had a chance to catch that pass and go in the end zone, and he completely ignored the ball. Stopping scam in late game scenarios like that is nearly impossible. Just watch the slant and pray. AWOL throwing tips in the chat for anybody that got to play scamming coming up. So there you are. Watch the slant. There's an underneath pass. Trey Palmer picks that one up, and we go 3rd and inches. A run from Gibbs would be the best thing here for him. Just pick up the 1st down. Play action fakes to Gibbs instead. Gonna chuck this one up to Deshaun Pollard. It is picked off. Connor has his 2nd pick, and that might be all she wrote, folks. Everybody just diving to the ground, and Levis has to make the tackle. You, sir, get a stinky. Very unfortunate, but an 11-point lead, as it has been for most of this game. Scammon just got to run this clock down and take his ball home and go. Stinky. Stinky. Double stinkies is crazy. Absolutely insane, if you ask me. The L deserved. Very, very deserved right now. 2-minute warning is down now. You know, I was supposed to be checking on this Undertaker thing for you, because for some reason You mentioned that it was on cooldown for some reason.
He's over there somewhere.
Okay, now when you do that again, Sin, what does it say for cooldown reasons? Is it a 10-minute cooldown? That might be what it is instead of a minute cooldown. I wonder. I'm checking on it right now to make sure and see what's what. Yeah, it's only a 1-minute cooldown, so I don't know why it This is out of stock. You know why? Hold on, I got y'all. I'ma fix it. In about a minute, check again, or bang, you check again. I think I know why it did it. So we didn't have a you know, actually I can check on this one over here because my bot is in the chat. Yeah, it should work again for everybody. If not, let me know. But nonetheless, Scamming will take the dub here, 21-10. He will get revenge for the bowl. Titans fall all the way down to the 5 seed, pending that the Jaguars will defeat the Steelers in this week 13, man. Thank you all for hanging with us tonight in this Super Bowl rematch. This game was a lot better according to the chat. We're going to believe the chat. And we'll see you all next week for more Game of the Weeks with Night Scream TV. Y'all be careful, y'all be safe, and enjoy your Wednesday night.